The end of analog television in Indonesia is threatening to close Jakarta's only community television station. PAL TV is one of a few community stations that has managed to survive in Indonesia's crowded TV industry. But the planned switch-off of analog signals in 2017 is putting its survival at serious risk. PAL TV was established in 2008 with modest starting capital of $2,000. The station's name is short for Palmera, a district in West Jakarta where the station operates. It was founded by youth activist Firman Shah, who wanted to launch a television station that could connect local residents. But supporters are worried that the upcoming 2017 deadline set by the Indonesian government for the mandatory switch over of all television operators to digital television will spell the end for community television. Most operators lack the necessary expertise and financial support to make the digital transformation. PAL TV draws the majority of its on-air material from in and around Palmera. It broadcasts wedding receptions, religious ceremonies, music videos, folk films and even local elections for 12 hours a day. The station has a homemade 50-watt transmitter that broadcasts a signal on VHF. Since it does not have its own transmission tower, the station has had to attach its transmitter to the top of a loudspeaker tower at a nearby school. Currently, PAL TV has 30 people working at the station, mostly part-time. Many of the crews have other jobs as motorcycle messengers or restaurant workers in the area. The station has made it a priority to hire young people living in the Palmera district, especially those who are unemployed or have no formal education. As Indonesian broadcasting laws do not permit community televisions to air any commercials, PAL TV has had to find creative ways to pay for its operation. When there is a wedding planned in the neighborhood, the station offers an affordable package rate to the couple for filming and broadcasting the wedding. A whole day of wedding festivities can be edited down to a 2-hour special. The service is highly popular with couples as it ensures that their wedding becomes a talk-about event in the community. It also gives residents who could not attend the party a chance to watch the event at a later time. PAL TV has become a source of pride among the 220,000 Palmera residents. The station actively promotes local films and cultural traditions of the Betawi indigenous people who have lived in the capital city for generations. The station has also been involved in a successful community campaign against drug use in the area. The Association of Community Television in Indonesia was set up in 2007 to provide useful information and a sharing platform for its members. The association estimates that around 30 community television stations operate in Indonesia today, with the majority of them on the main islands of Java and Sumatra. They often work on a shoestring budget and use rudimentary equipment. Some have transmitters on top of coconut trees and mobile phone towers. Over the years, many community stations have had to close down due to lack of funds, management issues and inadequate community participation. PAL TV is now appealing to the government to help stop community television disappearing altogether. An orangutan at a Thailand zoo impresses visitors with his cycling skills, collecting donations for animal feeds. Bam is the name of the bicycle-riding orangutan who travels tirelessly and freely throughout Sakeo Zoo. Donation box on the bicycle basket has a sign saying, "Donation needed for animal feeds." While collecting money from visitors, Bam also reaches out to beg for food and drinks for himself. Many visitors and even food stall staff cannot resist his adorable manners. They make donations in the form of cash and sweets for the ape. Bam was born at Sakeo Zoo to Joy and Tuak Lake. He is the only one in the family that possesses the cycling skill. Neither handlers nor zookeepers need to follow him. A large group of elephant handlers and their animals gathered in Ayutthaya province to urge the Thai government to review the 2013 Wildlife Conservation and Protection Bill. Elephant owners and their 62 pachyderms from Chonburi, Kanchanaburi and Surin now gather at a field in Ayutthaya province, threatening to stage a rally in Bangkok against government efforts to put down domesticated pachyderms they own under the Wildlife Protection Law. The Department of National Parks, Wildlife and Plant Conservation (DNP) is preparing to amend the law to ensure that it covers all elephants in the country. while the Thai government believes the improved law will lead to better control and care for elephants as well as reduce problem related to the illegal trade of elephants. Elephant owners oppose the law that would allow the department chief to order the seizure of any domesticated elephant. They are now discussing actions against the law amendment with high possibility of the elephant marching in the capital city. Thailand has for years battled wildlife traffickers who use fake identity papers to claim that elephants caught in the wild are domesticated so that they can be used in tourist shows and their tusks can be legally sold to make ivory products. The proposed amendment is seen as an effort to beef up elephant protection. Two traveling dinosaur exhibitions revealing life-size dinosaur skeletons made their Singapore debut on October 4th and 5th at the Singapore Science Centre. The highlight of the exhibition, titled Titans of the Past, Dinosaurs and Ice Age Mammals, is the largest T-Rex skull ever discovered by scientists and the first to ever leave the US. Life-size skeleton casts of dinosaurs include the whopping 36-meter Argentinosaurus, the heaviest and largest land animal ever to walk the earth. According to Museum of the Rockies curator of paleontology, Dr. Jack Horner, the exhibitions will end in February 2014.
Most dinosaur exhibitions are they don't really have a theme. They're just lots of stuff. And this has a theme that is very different than anyone has ever seen before because it's brand new science. It shows how dinosaurs, more like birds and mammals than people had ever thought.
Mukbang are an essential feature of every Buddhist ceremony in Laos. The bright pieces are an embellishment at any Buddhist ceremony, whether the occasion is a wedding, a housewarming, or a welcome for special visitors. Without fail, a pyramid-shaped flower decoration will take center stage at the Bossy ceremony as the guests sit around it in a circle. The ceremony is intended to bestow good fortune on those whose honor is being held, along with the guests, who are always immaculately dressed and include people of all ages. The Bossy ceremony is ubiquitous. Apart from the traditional occasions, the Laos may also organize a Bossy if someone in the family has been injured in a road accident or is suffering from bad health. The ceremony calls upon the spirits to bring good fortune into the life of the honoree and to set their lives on the right path. During the course of this ceremony, everyone's eyes will be on the gaily colored mukbang, to which white strings are attached and then tied around the wrist of each participant. As one ties on the strings, wishes are expressed for a long, happy, prosperous, and successful life. Other items deemed to bring good fortune are also included in the ceremony and shared among the participants, including a cooked chicken, boiled eggs, cookies, and bananas. Mukbang also features as the central offering when devotees go to a temple to worship on designated Buddha days that are determined by the lunar calendar. They are also an integral part of rituals at festivals such as the annual Tat Luang Festival. A mukbang is traditionally made of banana leaves, which are tightly woven and interspersed with glowing marigolds and sometimes frangipani. In the past, mukbang used for a bossy or wedding were about 60 to 70 cm in height, but nowadays they may be as high as 120 cm and come in a variety of shapes and sizes depending on personal preference. Traditionally, mukbang were always adorned with marigolds, but these days roses and other flowers may be added, along with some made out of polystyrene. But whatever flowers are used, they must include marigolds. Brunei's Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Prince Mohammed Bolkiah, has written a fourth book that gives his insights on the development of ASEAN. The book, Association, a part of the world no longer apart, uses the various ports of Southeast Asia to tie together Prince Mohammed's encounters and observations and to narrate the story of ASEAN. The Prince, who is leading a delegation to the Republic on a 2-day Singapore-Brunei exchange visit, unveiled the book at the Singapore's Ministry of Foreign Affairs recently. The event was attended by Singapore's Foreign Affairs Minister K. Shanmugam and two former Foreign Affairs Minister S. Jayakumar and Wong Kan Seng. In a speech, former President S.R. Nathan said the book draws on Prince Mohammad's vast canvas of experience, having been foreign minister since 1984 when Brunei became independent. The book, Association, recounts the prince's experiences as the longest-serving minister at the ASEAN Ministerial Meeting, or AMM, and the only one to work directly with ASEAN's founding fathers. The book records the history of the AMM from a tentative meeting of its founding fathers in 1967 to its modern form under the ASEAN Charter of 2008. The book maintains that the AMM is far more than a matter of slogans, abstractions, and symbols. It involves human action and friendship, cooperation, and human understanding. Prince Muhammad Bolkiah's other books include Time and the River, a memoir, Remember, Remember, the 8th of December, and a Southeast Asian community, more than a matter of geography. Amandawati Zulkifli is perhaps one of the most exciting artists in Malaysia today. This is because while the Malaysian art scene is buzzing with artists from all types of media like watercolour and oil, she is known to have quite a different take when it comes to art. Amandawati is known for her works in coffee art. The 43-year-old artist was born in Taiping and grew up in Kuala Lumpur, currently operates her cafe in Kuala Town, Langkawi. Through her business venture, Amanda cultivated a love for her work and art by using leftover coffee residues to promote her coffee painting medium. In fact, Amanda had loved art since young, where her works won consolation prize at the UNESCO Children Painting Competition during the early 1980s. The self-taught artist has continued to work on her techniques since then, and 3 years ago she discovered an ideal way to intertwine her love for coffee and art. Since then, she has sold more than 200 pieces of her signature coffee paintings, mainly from visitors to her cafe in Langkawi. Amandawati paints using ground imported coffee beans because they are good in quality and last longer. Her work highlights traditional motifs like the kite, Mak Yong dancer, and those relating to culture and the beauty of Malaysia. She usually completes a drawing within 5 days. The process starts with procuring the material and using the espresso grinder until finally the beans are dried. When completed, the drawing appears shiny depending on the thickness of the tones, even as the coffee aroma permeates the air. It should never be dried under the sun since coffee beans melt. Foreign tourists are keen connoisseurs of the coffee painting since they view them as a classic work of art, especially when done only in one color. A painting may cost up to $600 and can even reach as high as $2,000. In recognizing her efforts and achievements, Amanda was selected to represent Malaysia at the World Tourism Market 2012 in London. Her objective is to use her coffee art to promote Langkawi at the second biggest exhibition in the world. Amanda's paintings are now being showcased at various art galleries in the country.